Phillips has been a member since 2017 and belongs to bowls, cycling, family history and line dancing. She's an organiser for singles. Maureen participated in our Christmas entertainment, reading A Little Christmas Story. She ran an informative and colourful session on getting crafty, showing us what attractive gifts you could make from very little. Maureen's joined our National U3A Day Working Party and is an active member and has attended one of the National U3A Days working parties on planning for the National Day in June. Once again this morning, you'll see Maureen's creative abilities and ideas for National U3A Day in June. So thank you ever so much, Maureen.
Morning, everyone. Well, we were talking at the working party meeting about we're having to obviously publicise the U3A National Day on the 2nd of June. And I said, everybody could send a postcard. So I offered to do a talk this morning about sending postcards, really making postcards. I know it sounds simple, but sometimes it's quite nice to have a little bit of a prompt. So a postcard from Exmouth U3A. We are going to need you to possibly as many as possible to make or buy or whatever a postcard or a card to send to a friend or somebody you know to tell them about National Day. But we'll come on to that a bit later. Next screen, please, John. So U3A National Day is 2nd of June, and we'd like you to send a postcard to tell a friend about the National Day. Tell your friend why you belong to the Exmouth U3A. Because I know why I belong, but why you belong, what you do, how you what you enjoy. Say what you enjoy about the activities and what you do, and you could look at or think about inviting a friend to join you at one of your activities. So when we get going again and get back out into the big wide world and we start doing real activities, you could invite a friend to actually come and join to find out whether they would like to join it or not. So it's looking at getting more people in. And while I was playing around making some examples, I found the Otter Nurseries magazine dropped through my door, and I found all these words in there, and I cut them all out, and they make these wonderful motivational statements. I take no responsibility if we have random letters going around Exmouth demanding money or whatever. So this one just looked like embrace the wild side. All right, so these were motivational things about, I think we could describe what we get from the U3A or what we join the U3A for. So motivational cards. So next screen, please, John. So your postcard could come in all sorts of shapes, sizes and pictures. Obviously, the bigger it is, the more difficult it is to send. So postcard size is quite good, normal postcard size. And it could be a photograph, it could be embroidered, painted, collage, mixed media. You could even buy one if you're going down to get your newspaper and you see a postcard of Exmouth there. Buy one if you don't want to make one, it's perfectly okay. You could recircle a birthday card, so cut the picture out, write on the back. You could use an envelope. I do remember many years ago when they asked you to write in on a postcard your answers on a radio program or something. And they say, if you haven't got a postcard, stick the envelope down and use the envelope. So you could do that and just make one of your own of whatever you feel you would like to do. So the range is never ending. You could do a folded up one if you want that you open out, but that would obviously have to go into an envelope, which is fine. But you could do folded cards and all sorts. So next one, please, John. So we've got photographs. I did after the last meeting, after the last one that I did say I was going to do twinches, and that top card is just a 2-inch piece of embroidery, 2 by 2. And I made about half a dozen and sent them out to friends because I hadn't heard from some friends and we just got stuck in a bit of a rut of not doing things. So I sent them out, and the next morning, I think the postman, when he dropped them on the letterbox, my phone didn't stop ringing. with friends saying thank you so much. So just a lovely thing to do, actually, I think. And then the next one is another one of these motivations. That one was give your life a makeover. All right. So I just thought there were so many. I cut all the words out and laid them out in the kitchen unit, and they made all these wonderful motivational statements. So really good. So give your life a makeover. So you can send it to a friend, say, give your life a makeover. Come and join me at the U3A. So next one, please, John. So some people are a bit scared of drawing, I know, and collage is wonderful. And you just tear paper, don't cut, because cut's very difficult to do. Tear, because you get lovely soft edges and crinkly edges and white edges. It's lovely. Magazines, photographs, whatever. Stick them down. You might not be able to see it on the, depending how size of your screen. This is a piece of work I was doing about the sea. And I've put loads of words on there, all to do with the sea. But you could put loads of words on there, all to do with U3A. So it could be a list of the groups, it could be your enjoyment, friends, social life, and so on. So whatever you want, just add it on there, just write it on. It's absolutely fine. To send it as a postcard, so if you do a piece of collage and then you want to put it in the post, as it is, you really do need to seal it. So if you mix some PVA glue, it really does need to be PVA. Mix it with a little water, just a very small amount of water, paint over the picture, leave it to dry, and it dries clear, but it will also protect the picture in the post. Or you could just put it in an envelope and send it as a card. Okay, next one, please, John. So I then got a bit mad, reached for the sky, steps to a wonderful life. The one in the middle on the left is we love our bold age, that came out as, which I thought was also so inspirational about U3A. Invest the wild side and give your life a makeover. The logo I actually cut out of the Third Age Trust magazine. So you might want to do that, cut the logo out and put it on your picture somewhere. So once you've made your card, what are you going to say on it? To whom are you going to send it, and when to send you this beautiful card you've made? So having made this beautiful card, we do need you to send it, but we will tell you when to send it, if that's okay. Don't start sending them off in a hurry now, because we need to sort of link it up to get it in line with, so people don't get it now and then forget about it on the 2nd of June, okay? So we will tell you, you will get a newsletter to do with the National Day. Invite them to join. There will be a virtual event, so we're not sure whether we have any real events, but there will definitely be a virtual online presence on the day. More information will follow. And I'm not sure, we haven't really discussed this yet, but I put these down because you could invite a friend. You could invite a named member of the town council, county councillor for Exmouth, and MP, I don't know, but we will get back to you. That will come back on a letter on a newsletter for you, so you've got some idea. You don't only have to do one if you get into the swing of it. I sat out there and did 5 in a morning, and you know, if you want to do 5, then send 5 out. If you want to do it on your walk, deliver on your walk, because you don't want to put a stamp on it. When you go for your daily exercise walk, shove them through people's doors, you know, either people you know or people you don't know. Up to you, I don't mind. But, you know, it's I think it's going to be quite a good way. We've got nearly 1,000 members. It would be lovely if we got 500 cards going out around Exmouth and district area. That would be a really good advert for the U3A, but also for how lively our U3A is and how full of interest and opportunities. So it would really sort of pull that in and show how well we are as a group, how good we are as a group. Okay, I think that's all, John. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was absolutely super. What great ideas. What I loved is that they're simple ideas, but you're so creative, Maureen, but it shows that the rest of us could be, with a bit of prompting for us. I love the idea of the random words coming out as a as a motto for our lifestyle. I thought that was super. And I really like the idea of collages for those of us who aren't artistically inclined. And as you say, just the rough edges rather than cutting. I've tried cutting things in the past, and you say with shapes, you never get it right. Whereas it adds to the artistry if you've got that rough edge.
It's very, very free to cut, to tear. We can all tear. Cutting, it requires real skill.
Yeah.
In trying to use your scissors as a pencil, which is defeating the object, because you're not confident. So you tear and then stick them down. I know I had a lot of trouble doing this presentation, but there was a slide that showed you the stages to go through, but I don't know where. Obviously I had a lot of trouble. So and then you stick them down and then get your pen or a pencil and draw in between. Use a biro. Doesn't have to be.
That's fantastic.
And link them up, take the pencil for a walk all the way around, and then just colour them in.
That's I mean, there's absolutely brimming with ideas there. That's absolutely fantastic.